Okay, before I actually get on with the video, I'd like to thank everyone for being patient with me. I have no idea how long it's been since I've uploaded, but pretty sure it's been over 2 weeks. So in this video, I'd like to go over a few things that I do to attempt to raise my vibration in a world full of chaos and whatever else going on around us. I am not going to go into that because it's chaos. Okay, so the first thing I do is attempt to get off the technology for at least 6 to 7 hours daily, and I mean like get off it. I turn off the phone, the laptop, everything, and just do other things outside of technology. And the improvements have been rapid. I've seen changes in my health, my physical, mental, emotional, spiritual health, my appearance, my sleep patterns, everything's improving since I've gotten off the phone. I've literally written up a plan to basically be like, hey, I'm only going to be on the phone for like 4 hours a day. And that's honestly, I mean, it's hard, but it's worth it. And then during those 6 hours, I actually meditate quite a bit. Like, if it were up to me, I'd be meditating like four times a day, but I only do 2 times a day at least. Because half the time I'm not really in the mood. And I either do guided meditations or I just meditate with nothing on and just focus on my breath. Honestly, I think that method kind of works better. But the guided ones are good for when I'm just not in the good headspace to do it freelance. So another thing I do is I practice yoga nearly every day. If I'm slacking off, I'm slacking off. But honestly, those sessions normally go for around 10 minutes to half an hour. And I try to do them daily, as I said, but I just, end up just don't. Another thing I do is I have little affirmations I say each morning. And one of them is actually one that I received from Spirit as I was awakening one day. And it's basically along the lines of, my name is Amanda Warwick. I am a high priestess of Lemuria. I claim back my light and power and embrace the light of Lemuria into my life and being. I know who I am, stand strong and protected. And I normally say that between 1 to 3 times a day, depending on how much I feel I need it. I also attempt to do a physical activity in terms of like sport, or just like getting out for a walk or something. I don't know, it depends on the day, it depends on what I'm in the mood for. And then I don't do all of like everything on a list daily, but I try and do most of it on a daily, but I don't do it because I don't know. Another thing I do is I just sit outside and just be with nature and the birds and whatever else as much as possible, because honestly, inside kind of gets chaotic. Anyway, thank you for listening. Another thing I do to kind of raise my vibration and get the energy moving is my little Lyco transmission thingies. I send energy to myself and the collective at random. honestly, I find that helps shift a lot of dense energies and whatnot through my system, and I also clear and do little rituals to clear and cleanse stuff that just feels stuck. I also am a practicing witch, so I practice witchcraft in terms of like energy stuff because I can't light candles and whatnot in the house. I infuse energies into teas, food, and whatever is around me to kind of just like move energies in my system and whatnot. I also attempt to, like I said, meditate, yoga, anything like that, just to kind of like quiet everything else and whatnot.